Hi everyone, it is the 22nd of June 2016 and this is episode 75 of Serenova Crafts. I'm your host Jessica. You can find me as Serenova on Ravelry and Twitter and as Serenova Crafts on Instagram. You can find the show notes for today's episode on my blog or in the Ravelry group, links down below if you're on YouTube, and listed in the credits at the end. If you have any questions, I do have an AMA thread and Ask Me Anything thread in the group. If you're new, feel free to introduce yourself in the Ravelry group as well. If you ask me a question, I'll either answer it in the thread or on the podcast. Feel free to resurrect the thread. I know it's been a few months since anybody asked anything, but don't feel bad when Ravelry goes, "Are you sure you want to resurrect this thread?" Go right ahead. It's fine. I give you permission. I totally forgot to do something at the beginning of the month, so I'm going to do it today. And I have an FO and a half finished object. I have half a pair of socks and no stash, but that's good because I don't really have a lot of money. Yeah, I think that's it for just, I'll talk about something else at the end. VKN I do every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be tomorrow. The second Tuesday of every month I have book club, so somebody else starts it for me, but I do come on, unless the chat's like completely dead, which is what happened this month. Like nobody was there, so I didn't bother getting on. But anyways, I'm going to jump right into it. So I had someone on YouTube, and I'm sorry if I forget your username, but you watched and I appreciate it, ask me if I had done the finished object drawing for May. And I realized that according to my notes, I hadn't. So I'm going to do that drawing now. So I have random generator on my phone. I'm going to go from 2 to 23 because the first post is mine and it doesn't count. I'm going to click the randomize button. 15. So post 15 from the May finished objects thread, which is Pakdej. You are the winner. I'm making a note of that and I will put it in the show notes and link you. You are the winner. Congratulations. You get a $6 US pattern credit from me to you. Just let me know what you want and I will gift it to you. Reminder, the June thread is up. I will draw that the first week of July, which will be the, if I can read my calendar, which should be the 6th, unless something happens and I end up not podcasting that day, which, considering my boyfriend has that whole week off, I might be busy doing something, unless he's still asleep. Considering I record in the morning, and if he has his choice, I'll sleep till noon, I can probably record in the morning before he ever gets up. So, as of right now, I will be recording that week. Wow, it's only 2 weeks away. Wow. Independence Day is coming up quick. Sorry, I need a drink. I love that thing. It was like a buck, and it's the best thing ever. So let's see. It is now officially summer, so happy summer, everyone. We had the solstice on Monday evening. It was 6:34 local time here when summer began, but it's now summer, so happy summer, everyone. I hope those of you with kids have a fairly easy summer dealing with them. I know it can be bad sometimes. So, now that I've done the draw, I'm going to move right into projects. So I have a foe, and that is the purse socks I've been working on since, I don't know when, it's a really long time. I've been working on these since, when was the cast on date? I'm going on Rav because I don't remember. I cast, and the picture in Ravelry sideways. I cast these on in April, and I finished them on the 15th. So actually, I finished them last week. The night after I podcasted last week, I finished these. So last week, I had 1.5 socks. I was here. So I finished this. I finished this that afternoon. So these are done. I still need to weave in the ends, so they're not like Jen done, but they are done. And once I weave in the ends, they will be done. I have a little bit of leftovers here that is going to go into my 2 scrap projects, so that should be good. Yeah, so I'm really glad I got those finished. And then, of course, I cast on another pair of socks because after I finished those, sorry, I'm putting something else on the sock blockers while I talk to you. After I finished those, I realized I didn't have a non-pattern sock to keep in my purse. And my thing is, when I'm working pattern socks, I like to have the pattern in front of me unless I've finally memorized it. which I haven't yet with either of the ones I'm doing now. So I cast on another pair, which I will show you in a few minutes. So here's my hoe. I have a half finished object. I'm going to show you the not stained with orange soda side of the socks because I spilled stuff on them and I need to wash them. So here it is. This is my own pattern. It is going to be up for sale on Ravelry, hopefully at the beginning of July. I did start the second sock. This is the toe. It will be up. I will do an initial sale price of $3 for the first 2 days, and then it will be $4. It does use the Fish Lips Kiss heel, so if you don't have that pattern, you're going to have to go buy it. But it's $1, and it's a really good heel, so I think it's worth it. And of course, you know, I'm going to have instructions for the pattern and for what I do for the sock. I will include 2 sizes, both 72 and 64 stitch socks, because I know not everyone knits at my tight of a gauge, because I do 72 stitches on a 1, so this is 72 or 64 on a 1 for this sock. So, hopefully the orange soda stains will come out. If not, I will have the second sock for the pretty pictures for the Ravelry project page. So, I still need to weave in the ends on that because I actually just cast that off this morning because I was determined to finish it because I only had the ribbing to do, the cuff. I was determined to finish it before I started today, and I always, immediately, as soon as I bind off the first sock, I always cast on the second sock because if I don't, I will have sock syndrome really bad. As in the second pair of socks I knit, there was 6 months between sock 1 and sock 2, and my gauge had changed in that time, and yeah, one of them doesn't fit. So, yeah, I always make sure, even if I only do a sliver of it, I make sure I always cast on sock 2. So, now that that is out of the way, I have other whips I've been working on. I have my Seasons Mystery Knit Along. If you don't want to be spoiled, though I am 4 clues behind now, because clue 7 came out today, and I am still on clue 3, so if you're doing the knit along, I highly doubt this is going to spoil anything, but you never know. So here it is. The marker is where I was last week. I haven't done much. You can see I have not done too much on it. I'm trying to hold the lace out so you can see, but it's not, yeah, I've done about 1 inch on it. Well, maybe 2, because if I hold the marker up, because it's a really long stitch mark. That's how much I've done, actually. Maybe 1.5 inches. Yeah, so I printed out clue 7, and I have it on my desk here, but I'm currently working on clue 3, so I am totally behind. However, by the time this project is done, it should count as a lot for Stash Dash, because I'm almost at 1,000 meters for Stash Dash. I'm hoping to hit at least 3K for Stash Dash, but we'll see. Thank goodness I don't have to announce it towards the end. But also, those socks, the finished object socks, count for Sock It to Summer from Amanda from the Not a Podcast. So that's really good. So let's see, the new purse socks, which are in my purse, so excuse me while I reach down and grab them. This is the yarn I'm using for this is, the yarn I'm using for my socks is the Woolen Rabbit, I think Dove is the base. It's whatever her sock yarn is. It is, hold on, I'll look at my project, I'll look it up on Rav so you guys will know. Because I'm really bad about saying the yarn. So I really should say the yarn. The Woolen Rabbit Pearl, which is 80% merino, 20% nylon, and the color I'm using is Gray Goose. And I will tag her as one of the yarns, but I will also tag a few other things as well. So the new, and this is also in Woolen Rabbit, my Seasons Mystery Knit Along, but that is a different base of hers. It is, where is it? There we go, Seasons. This is her Dove base, which is 60% merino, 20% yak, 20% silk. So this will be really nice when it's done. So now, purse socks. I got this Patons Croix in D-Stash on Rav with another color a while back. And by a while back, I mean a while. I don't remember when I got it. Sometime last year. Filter Stash by Fingering, so I can find it. Yay. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. I got this in June of last year, so I've had this in Stash for a year. So it's coming out of Stash now. Okay, yeah, I want that to be, yeah, give me grams, ounces. There we go. Haha. Sorry. Something on Rav setting change. So this is Green Striped Rag is the colorway name. I cast on the sock yesterday. I have already knit a fair amount because I went to a networking presentation last night, and even though I did take notes, I was still knitting furiously as a way to concentrate. So I have this much now. You can see the color starting. And I did make note of where I started the repeat so that I can match the socks, because matchy socks I like. They're not necessary, especially if the color repeat is really long. But considering I have 2 skeins of the Koi, 1 for each sock, I figure I can get matchy socks. So I need to now put a marker in that. Where's my thing? My little bag that I keep all my notions in that just lives in my purse. And I never go anywhere without it. Or I try not to go anywhere without it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, drop stitch marker. No, stitch marker on the loose. There we go. Got a marker. Well, got a progress keeper. I dropped stitch marker. So, I'm going to put that in so that next time you see these, you can see how far along they are. I'm just doing my standard vanilla sock, 72 stitches on a US 1, cast on 20, increase every other row to 72 because I like pointy toes because I have pointy feet. Yes, I know that's weird, but whatever. That might be TMI. I don't care. But I like pointier toes. And yeah, I'm just going to knit until my ankle bone, do a fish lips kiss heel, and then knit until I like the length, and then do my cuff, and then hopefully make the second sock exactly the same. So that is that. I've kind of been all over the place with knitting this past week, so I have another couple of projects I've worked on. My 8-hour crochet shawl, which is taking far longer than 8 hours because it's fingering weight, not Iran, like the pattern says. Come on, you. Come here. Sorry, crochet hook got caught. And the yarn's twisted around the progress keeper. Yay! Sorry, I am untangling myself here. Pull out the loop so that it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. So here's how it's going so far. This is still the first skein. I have not finished the first skein of yarn yet. So you can see how much I added by where the progress keeper is. I put like 3 rows on the shawl in the last week. The rows are getting actually kind of long. Yes, I did put 3 rows on because it's easy to count crochet rows. Yeah, the rows are getting kind of long, so it takes me a while to do each one, but I'm still enjoying it, and I'm still liking the way the yarn is coming out on this, so I will hopefully finish it for the end of Stash Dash, which is August something. And then the last thing I worked on is another pair of socks. I decided I was going to do the Hermione's everyday socks. I'm just doing the stitch pattern. I'm not following the directions for heel, toe, or any of that good stuff. I'm doing my stitch count, which is divisible by 4, so it's 72. This is not Patton's Croy. This is, oh right, Regia. This is a Arne and Carlos color. It's color number 03762. Like I know what that is. Do I have it in stash? Where is it? Where are you? I know you're here somewhere. Ah, here we go. It is Forest is the colorway. And here is how it is knitting up with the pattern on the front and the knot pattern on the back. So you can see the difference. So that's the foot, that's the sole, and then that's the top of the foot. Now I like how it's coming out with the thing. It's a subtle texture, which is totally fine because Hermione's Everyday Sock is a subtle texture. So I'm not too worried about it. And I am out of focus now, but whatever. I'm not even going to bother trying to fix myself at the moment. So this is going along good, and I will put a progress keeper in here as well so that I don't forget and I know where I was next time I show this to you folks. Because, you know, knowing what's going on is a good thing. Oh, wait, no, I do have a progress keeper in there. Duh. So apparently the last time I showed it to you guys, I had not yet finished the toe. So there's a progress keeper. How I missed that, I don't know, but there's a progress keeper. That's what it was. That's how much I've done in the last week. Or since the last time I showed you. I'm not sure I showed you this last week, but whatever. Progress keeper is moved. And I am doing this as 72 stitches on a US 0 because I wanted to try these Carbon's needles. and the writing is already wearing off on them. I apparently knit tightly or with a lot of friction or something. So, and the bag and the needle holder are from Mandy of the Mandy Pinecone Crafts podcast, and she is great, and she made these for me, and yeah. I really like them. I like my foxes. And the bag matches. So, that is all of my whips. Just some random chatter stuff. I got both my Knit Picks and my Webs catalogs in the mail, and I've been ogling them, but not buying anything because I'm being good. But they're fun to look through, and they're great fun. See? Webs is actually within driving distance, but I don't go there often. I'm sorry, I dropped my pencil. There we go. It's fun to go to Webs if I have time, like on a weekend or something, to just make the drive down, because they're an hour and a half from me. I'm not in focus. Come on, focus. Please. Thank you. I had to manually adjust it. So in other news, language learning news, the Hebrew course on Duolingo went live, and I'm really excited about it. I started it yesterday. It's a little tricky if you've never ever touched Hebrew before in your life. The beginning of the course is actually really difficult because they don't start by teaching you the letters. They kind of jump right into actual words. But because the language does not use the Latin alphabet, it's really tricky. I mean, they do have notes on the first set of lessons that tell you what all the letters are, but at the same time, you know, having a list and being able to read them are two very different things. So if you have no knowledge of Hebrew whatsoever, it's really difficult. If you know how to read Hebrew, like most Jews in the U.S., it's not that bad. It's more just associating meaning with the sounds you've been saying for years. So for me, that's where I am. I can read Hebrew, but I can pronounce it, but I do not know what I am saying. I have no understanding. So this should hopefully bring some comprehension. And yes, there are differences between prayer book Hebrew and modern Hebrew, but in terms of the sounds the letters make, it's the same sounds, so I at least have that going for me. You know, so if you have no knowledge of the Hebrew Aleph Bet, because that's what we call it, the Aleph Bet, because the first two letters it's Aleph Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet. Anyways, so it's called the Aleph Bet instead of the Alpha Bet for alpha, beta, the Greek letters alpha, beta, anyway, yeah. Because the Greek is alpha, beta, gamma, delta, I don't remember after that, because that's all we used in calculus was alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Anyways, so if you have no knowledge of the Aleph Bet, it can be very confusing and a little difficult. Also, Hebrew is read from right to left, not left to right. So that's a huge, like, change in your mind when you're reading, because it's just like, wait, what? Right? So, I'm used to it because I'm Jewish, but if you are not, or you didn't know that, or you've only ever read Hebrew in the transliteration, then, yeah, that's something to kind of wrap your brain around. Anyways, I'm really excited about it. I mean, the course isn't the greatest. It is in beta. It is a fan-made course. The people who made it are not getting paid to do this, but Duolingo is free if you want to check it out. Feel free to add me on there if you want. I go by Serenova there as well. And I think that's just about it. I'm going to a networking meeting this afternoon, so I'm going to have to change because I should dress professionally for network stuff, and this t-shirt is not professional. So yeah, I really think that's it. This was a slightly longer episode than last week because I actually had stuff to talk about, and that's always good. Let's see. Oh God, I'm so behind on my podcast watching. It's not even funny. But I did the prize draw. I talked about my foes, talked about my whips, talked about Duolingo Hebrew. VKN tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be posted in the Ravelry group. There's no Facebook fan page for this. I haven't really decided if I want to make one or not. Give me opinions in the comments. If you guys want a Facebook fan page, I would be happy to post the link to the episode there, to start one and post the link to the episode there as well. But only if you guys want one, right? So just let me know, because I know that a few other podcasts have Facebook fan pages as well. So just, give me your opinion whether you think I should do it or not. I'm pretty happy with Ravelry right now, but, if people don't use Ravelry and want to comment and have a place to chat, then, yeah, I can add stuff. So, yeah, I think that is now it. So I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.